The autonomy of the architect is completely an illusion. We have no autonomy, but we have a space where we can influence things. I still believe we have that space, and we still have our a certain amount of social responsibility. We have a social contract to uphold, and I think a lot of these things today are really have been left out of our practice. But the market forces are very strong, and in many cases will overshadow a lot of the other forces at play. And I think architects are always in a situation where we're trying to balance market forces with other issues, social issues, political issues, cultural issues. We're just agents of the market today. There's no way of getting outside of that. I don't think we can work outside of that, but I think within it, we can still find our space. I mean, from our product design side, we've become very intimate with the manufacturing industry. People complain about pollution in Beijing and I don't know, the quality of food, fakes, counterfeit. All these things revolve around the products that are being produced here. But all this stuff that's happening to the environment is due to the way that the whole entire global economy works. A lot of these things manufactured here are for people in the States or in Europe. The reason why goods are cheap is because of labor costs, and also not just labor costs, but very lax environmental requirements. That's why the goods are cheap, and everyone's happy about cheap products, right? I think a lot of people are here because they truly think that this is the center of where a lot of things are happening, and the way the world works is visible from here. You can really see through it. I wouldn't be able to see how things work from Los Angeles. One thing that we have at least in China, is we have access to things. Surprising access that you wouldn't be able to find in other places. So just like I can go directly to a factory and in a very intimate way understand how they do things, I can also engage with master planning or policy, and also engage with the developer and even the market, because it's sort of an open, not very well-defined field currently. And I think architects work well in this kind of ambiguous situation. Our profession is always changing. So currently, that condition does exist. I hope that we're not restricted to only being able to work in China and be creative in China, obviously. But I think it does create a type of practice where we also need to be just as flexible, because the environment is changing. We need to stay in pace with it, and we're always just on our toes, trying to come up with ways of resolving problems in creative ways. So, I do believe in any environment you can find this space. It's just how do you find it, and how do you recognize that is there is potential for you to engage in a productive way. I think being able to identify that, and then having a vision for that is really what defines our profession.